Did you know that all it took to change the world was a boy who asked lots and lots of questions? Well, today we're going to meet one of the most influential men of all time and uncover how his incredible journey took him from rags to riches and made him one of the founding fathers of the United States of America. This is the incredible story of Benjamin Franklin, the man who changed the world. Benjamin Franklin was born into poverty. His father, Josiah Franklin, had 17 children with 2 wives, and they were dirt poor. When Benjamin was just 12 years old, he had to drop out of school to help support the family. He got a job as a printing apprentice and worked long hours for little pay. But despite these challenges, young Benjamin was determined to make something of himself. So, while working his low-paying job, Franklin began to teach himself everything he could about printing. He studied books on the subject and learned by doing. Then he began to experiment with different techniques and soon became known throughout the town for his high-quality prints. This led to more customers and more profits, which gave Franklin the financial stability he needed to pursue his other interests. It wasn't just printing that fascinated Franklin. He was also incredibly curious about science and philosophy and would spend hours reading books on these topics. He wanted to understand how the world worked and never stopped asking questions. And it was this insatiable curiosity that drove him to become one of the most successful inventors of all time. At the age of 24, Franklin decided to leave his hometown and start a new life in Philadelphia. He brought with him his skills as a printer and his insatiable curiosity about the world. He quickly established himself as a skilled craftsman and was soon employed by one of the most prominent printers in the city. But Franklin was not content to simply work for someone else. He wanted to strike out on his own and start his own business. With the help of a friend from his hometown, he started a small printing shop. It was hard work, but Franklin was determined to succeed, and eventually his efforts paid off, and he became one of the most successful printers in Philadelphia. But Franklin didn't stop there. His curiosity about the world led him to explore other areas of study, and he quickly became known as a man of many talents. He was a writer, a scientist, an inventor, and even a politician. He was also a founding member of the American Philosophical Society, which was dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge and the advancement of science. Franklin was passionate about learning and believed that everyone should have access to books and information. So in 1731, he did something that had never been done before. He opened the first public library in America. It was a lending library, meaning that people could borrow books rather than just read them on sight. This was a revolutionary idea, and it changed the way people in America thought about education and learning. Franklin believed that everyone should have access to knowledge regardless of their background or social status. And his library was a tangible representation of that belief. Today, Franklin's library is still around, and it's a testament to his belief in the power of education. So far, we've seen how Franklin grew from a poor boy to a successful printer, writer, and scientist. But now it's time to explore what made him truly famous, his inventions. One of Franklin's greatest contributions to the world was his inventions. He was a true innovator, and his inventions continue to shape our lives today. Let's take a look at some of his most famous inventions and see how they changed the world. One of Franklin's most famous inventions was the Franklin stove. This was a type of stove that was much more efficient than the stoves that were available at the time. It was a small, compact stove that could heat a room more efficiently than larger, bulkier stoves. This was a game changer for people living in cold climates, and it helped to make Franklin's home in Philadelphia much more comfortable in the winter months. And Franklin didn't stop there. He also invented bifocal glasses, which allowed people to see both near and far away clearly. This was another game changer for people who needed corrective lenses, and it made a huge difference in their quality of life. But perhaps Franklin's most famous invention was the lightning rod. This was a device that could attract lightning strikes and divert them into the ground, protecting buildings and people from the dangerous effects of lightning. This was a truly groundbreaking invention, and it saved countless lives and protected countless buildings from damage. These are just a few of Franklin's most famous inventions. He was a prolific inventor, and his inventions continue to shape our lives today. He was a true innovator, and his contributions to science and technology are immeasurable. But Franklin's contributions to the world went beyond his inventions. He was also a key player in the American Revolution, helping to draft the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. He was a diplomat, representing the United States in France and England, and he was a leader, serving as Postmaster General of the United States. He was truly a Renaissance man, and his contributions to American history are immeasurable. Franklin's life was a remarkable journey from poverty to greatness. He was born into poverty and had to work hard from a young age to support himself and his family. But through hard work, determination, and a thirst for knowledge, he rose above his circumstances and became one of the most successful and influential men of his time. His story is an inspiration to us all, showing that it's possible to achieve greatness no matter where you start in life. Today, Franklin is remembered as one of the founding fathers of the United States and one of the greatest inventors of all time. His inventions continue to shape our lives, and his contributions to American history are immeasurable. He was a true American original, a man who rose from poverty to greatness and changed the course of history. As you reflect on Franklin's incredible journey, think about the challenges he faced and the obstacles he overcame. Consider the impact his inventions have had on our lives and the legacy he left behind. And most importantly, remember that no matter where you start in life, you can achieve greatness with hard work, determination, and a thirst for knowledge. Hey, future billionaires, we hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the amazing life of Benjamin Franklin. Now it's your turn to share your thoughts. What did you find most inspiring about Franklin's story? How do you think his inventions changed the world? And what lessons can we learn from his life today? Share your thoughts with us. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing stories of history's greatest minds. Thanks for watching.